right, it is that time, and I think you guys are in store for something extremely special. Temuera, Morrison, let's give it up. Woo! Right this way. Come on up, there you are. There you go. Woo! There you go, you can stand, sit, whatever works for you.
Thank you very much. Is that you, Michael? Thank you very much for that lovely short introduction. Sometimes I go on a bit. I see a guitar there.
Yes.
That's fantastic, because I do like to sing a little bit. I hope you don't mind, Michael.
This is awesome.
We'll find you something to do. Michael, you just sit there and you enjoy the show. Let me just start. Get that guitar out, get it all ready for me. Let me just start by saying a few words in my native language, basically to greet the people of the land, you people, the mountains, the rivers of this land. Temuera. Father, Sky Father above, I acknowledge you. Te papa e takoto nei, takoto. Earth Mother, I acknowledge you. E ngā mana, e ngā rau, e ngā ihi, to the people of this land. Tēnā koutou, greetings to you all. Tēnei ahau e uri nō te wako te aroa no Aotearoa. Ka mihi ake kia koutou katoa tēnā koutou. Ngā awa me ngā maunga e tū mai nei kei wahonena. I bring the mountains and rivers of New Zealand to greet the mountains and rivers of this country. With that, good afternoon, and my pleasure to be here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Michael. Now, with every speech, we do a little short song to relish my little speech. E papa waiari, taku nei mahi, he tūkuroi mata. Ioue, I ka mate ahau. E hine hoki maira. Kia ora, everybody. That's how we say hello in New Zealand. Aotearoa. Kia ora. Kia ora. Very good. Ooh. Okay, let me get my breath back. Here, have a little sit down. And I love playing the guitar too. Let me have a look at that guitar while I'm here. We're going to do some Star Wars stuff soon and ask some questions maybe. But in the meantime, thank you very much. What's your name, dear? Angela. Is it tuned? Okay. I might need a microphone. Can you just put this microphone to the guitar? I told you I'd find you something to do, Michael. Microphone stand. That's your new name. Okay. Hey, very good. It's tuned. Okay, very good. Okay, I'm just making something up here. Well, I'm cruising on my bantha on the sands of Tatooine. Yeah. I'm headed for Boss Espa. I've got some business with the Pike Syndicate, yeah. And I'm a badass bounty hunter. My best friend's a bantha. Like a bantha. And we're the two sons of Tatooine. Yeah. Yeah, like a bantha. And I'm just making up the words, yeah. you're doing to that mic, it's making me sound real good. Now this is a special request because I was on TV in New Zealand with Lucy Lawless on a show called something, I can't remember, Murder, Sensing Murder. Huh? My Life is Murder. Yeah, that's it. That's the show. And on the character I played was a broken down musician. So no acting required here. So. It's a bit of a slow song. It's about, when your girlfriend leaves you, or your wife leaves you for somebody else. It's a bit painful. The song's about that. Baby. You slipping away. Yeah! I love you, Pittsburgh! I love you! Yeah! I feel like a rock star!
There you go. The guitar wranglers right there. Let's hear it. That was fabulous. He broke his pick playing so hard.
Michael, thank you very much.
Anytime.
It takes a lot to hold the microphone for my guitar, so I really appreciate that, mate. And
thank you.
You made me sound good like that guy too. Thank you, brother. Okay, sorry about all of that. Okay, on with the show. Thank you for coming. And hello to Ming Na's family. I heard Ming Na grew up here. And Dave Filoni, the other Star Wars man who's in charge of everything now. Wears a cowboy hat a lot, cowboy, Dave Filoni. Real nice people. Mike, I remember not so long ago, I got a phone call to go meet Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni in their office back in Santa Monica there. I happened to be in town. And I'd heard about this Mandalorian. And I was ringing my agent. Hey, agent, what's up with this Mandalorian? No one's ringing. Yeah, it's some guy called Pedro Pascal. Oh, who's he? So anyway, long story short, but I get a phone call all of a sudden to go see these same people, Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau. So I get to the meeting 4 hours early, and then I got taken into a room while I was waiting. And there on the wall, Michael, were all these like conceptual drawings, or whatever that word is, drawings to look at, how they'd shoot the filming and the look of it. And I could see this bald-headed guy, brown, in these black robes, and I'm going, I'm sure that's me. But I wasn't quite sure, because it was in my first meeting. But he looked like me. I'm going, sure it's me, if I never, I better wait. And then blow me down, they turned up, and thank you very much. I might need a drink of water too, after all that singing. I hope I never hurt your guys' ears, by the way. But anyway, yeah, they explained everything, Michael, and that was the beginning of that Boba Fett journey. So, or something like the year 2000, I played Django, and so it was just not many people come back, 20 or so years later to get asked to play the son. It's kind of weird. Okay, we'd like you to play the son of Django Fett. He's got to look like you because he's a clone son. So Michael, fortunately, I still had my good looks. I still had my faculties. I could still string a word or two together. And so they went with me. And so, you know, at the end of the day, they could have got The Rock or somebody like that to play Boba Fett. But then, no. Well, that's enough of The Rock. I wouldn't even bring him up. Wow. So yeah, I guess at the end of the day, Michael, I was just, the big thing for me, it was just such a buzz. I had so much fun doing Django Fett back in the day, and I was having so much fun on that, and George Lucas was directing, and then I had a house on Camino, this water kind of place, and then I was building an army for Obi-Wan, and man, I was having so much fun, and it was just fantastic to get the call to come back and play Boba Fett. Plus, I think the book of Boba Fett really extended my use-by date. You know how you get some food and on the can you go use-by or eat-by a certain date? Well, that's what it's done for me. That's what I feel like it's done. It's kind of pushed that use-by date out a little bit, and I'm just very enthusiastic now. And the book of Boba Fett was a fantastic experience. We got down to the filming process. I got to meet Ming-Na, who played Fennec Shand, and we just got on like that. You know, you meet a lot of people in your everyday life, and we just had a special bond, a special chemistry, and we just got on so well. We had a lot of fun. They brought in Robert Rodriguez also to do some of the directing, and he loved playing the guitar too. So a number of times, Michael would be on set, and me and Robert be busy playing the guitar, and you'll hear the AD come screaming, "Hey, you guys got to do some work!" And while we're playing, and I'm playing rhythm, and he's playing lead, so we had a lot of fun. And I remember the first day I got dressed up as Boba Fett. I got all dressed up with my green outfit on this time instead of that silver and blue one. And I remember just walking into their room, and I've got all the gears on, Michael, and you're sitting there like they were. And I walked in, and there was just this moment where they looked at me, and I looked at them, and they gave me a nod. Then I gave them a nod. Then they looked at each other, and then they gave each other a nod. And every now and then in life, Michael, you've got to get a nod. It's like a nod of, we got the right guy nod. Yeah, I remember that moment. Just a moment in time where everyone's nodding and they've made the right decision. It's better nodding this way than this way. But anyway, you might want to say something as well.
You're doing fine. A little bit about your history. How did you get started? And has music always been part of your life?
Yes, music has been a big part of my life. My dad was a singer, but he worked as an engineer during the daytime. And they were very much influenced by the American music. My dad sang like Dean Martin. You know, while I'm praying for rain in California, where the grapes can grow and they can make more wine. So I used to sit there as a young boy playing all those old records, you know, the 45s. And the 33 was the big one, and you put the little needle on, and it all had scratchy sounds. So I used to do that a lot and listen to Dean Martin. There was another chap from England called Engelbert Humperdinck. He had a beautiful voice. I used to love him. And of course, my dad and him just loved Frank Sinatra and all those, the Rat Pack and all that sound. And my uncle became a very famous entertainer in New Zealand and was knighted, and his name was Howard Morrison. So yes, I came from a musical family, but also I grew up doing a lot of our Maori culture stuff, the dancing and what we call the haka. And I did a lot of that growing up, and a lot for the tourists as well, because I lived in a small town in New Zealand right in the middle of the North Island called Rotorua. And we have a lot of the sulfur and mineral water bubbling out of the ground. It's quite a nice place too, because you can have a big fart and nobody will notice. So that's kind of a good thing, because it's that sulfur smell. So do come. Don't let the fart smell put you off. So please come and visit Rotorua one day. And there's some other lovely places in New Zealand as well. Down the South Island, of course, you may have seen Lord of the Rings and all that vista of mountains. So when the big man upstairs made New Zealand, he kind of took a little bit of all the good places in the universe and put them all into New Zealand. So we have a diverse landscape in a short, you don't have to drive miles and miles to see the countryside. You're 10 minutes out of the city and you can go to a small town in New Zealand, and 7 o'clock at night you don't see anybody. They've all gone to sleep. Yeah. So lovely place next to Australia. Australia there, we're down there. So please come visit. I'll get my payment from the New Zealand Tourist Board when I get home, so that's all good. It's just great to be here, though, and I think I'm here basically because of the Star Wars kind of thing, and I've been doing a bit of other movies too. I've just done Moana 2 promotion, actually. Moana 2 is out. I played Chief Tui, and that was a great experience, being asked to come back for the animation. And I've also been working with my son, Jason Momoa from Aquaman. We've been doing a few things. We've got a big show coming out on Apple TV next year called Chief of War, a period Hawaiian story based on the interfighting between the Hawaiian islands. Oahu, you know how Hawaii have all the different islands? So it's a very new thing. You haven't seen anything quite like this before. It's like Braveheart or Troy, but set in Polynesia. So it's quite a vista of colors, and Jason, of course, is looking very good in it. And at the moment, I'm doing another film with Jason. Thank you, Jason. Yeah. It's good to have a son like that. It's called Wrecking Crew, and him and a guy called Dave Bautista play half brothers, and I play the governor of Hawaii. So I'm on holiday at the moment, so I just snuck away over here. I'm supposed to be on set, but I've got a few days off. So I just thought, well, nobody will notice. I'll just shoot up to Pittsburgh, say hello to some fans up here. And I don't think I've been here before, so it's really nice. Lovely people. Lovely people. Lovely. I've just had a great time. I got in quite late because I missed my connecting flight. Sometimes when you arrive in America, there's a big long line to get to the customs officer. And that's what happened. And I knew I had a connecting flight in about an hour. And you know what? I was trying to use my face, Hey, excuse me, do you recognize me? Look, I need to get to the front of the line, otherwise I'm going to miss my connecting flight. She said, sorry, sir, get to the back. We'll get to you. You'll get to you. They were very grumpy. Yeah, I tried again 3 times, but it never worked. Keeps you humble, though. Keeps you humble. So I got to the customs officer, and then he mistook me for somebody else, so he sent me to another room. So I had to hang out in a special room for a little while, and then I got clearance to come running out, and it was 9 o'clock, and the plane had already left. So I had to catch another flight, and I got in here just in the nick of time last night to meet some of these wonderful people. Yes, I recognize you. She's the graphic artist that I met over here. Yeah, I met you. Look at her. Stand up there. Look at her beautiful work. She's going to be a graphic designer. And look at the shoes in the bag. Man, she does it all. So we got some talent here too. And I understand how the Steelers doing. Are we winning? Yeah. Are they playing? Well, maybe they're playing. I better back them.
Sure.
Sunday. Okay, I better watch the game tomorrow. If you see me missing for a few hours, I've gone to watch. I love that gridiron. What a game. What a game. And we need to beat those Kansas City guys. They keep winning. Right? Yeah. It's a time for a change, isn't it? Yeah. What about it? Might be a Pittsburgh Steelers change out there. Some yellow and black doing it. Funnily enough, my rugby club from my hometown is yellow and black, called Waikato. Yeah. But we're not faring so well. But anyway. We might want to ask a question from all these beautiful people. Hey, what are we doing out there? What do you reckon, Michael? How are we going to do this?
Get some questions.
Let's turn the microphone on because I'm very deaf.
Hello. How has your experience growing up in New Zealand, as well as your Maori heritage, like how has that influenced you as an actor, especially for roles like Moana?
Well, it comes in handy. For roles like Moana, yes indeed. And I was blessed. I had a rich family of singers around me, and we were taken aside as young. Our grandmother could sing too, and all of my grandmother, she could sing like a bird. And so as kids, we all used to go to practice and sing our songs. In fact, when my dad would come back from the hotel after drinking quite a lot with his buddies, we all had to get out of bed and sing all his mates a song. We'd be half asleep and we'd go, "Oh, kids, get up, sing my mates a song." So we were kind of groomed as young kids. And then that led us to joining cultural groups, and our aunties and uncles would also participate. So very much a family thing. And yes, and you learn our language. We're having a little renaissance back in New Zealand in terms of us as Māori, the indigenous people of New Zealand. We're like the cousins to the Hawaiians. For example, they say aloha, aloha, aloha. We say aroha with an R. They say for stand, e ku. We say e tu. So we're part of Polynesia. We're the southern Polynesians. There's the Hawaiians, the Rarotonga, Tahiti even, speak the same language, the Macacius, and even all the way over to South America, Rapa Nui. They speak the same languages, and that's our triangle, Hawaii, Aotearoa, Rapa Nui, the Polynesian triangle. Anyway, lovely question, thank you, but it's been a big part of my life, that my culture. Thank you for your lovely question.
I've just been fascinated by New Zealand since a kid, because I love penguins and such, and that's like, well, kind of how I first heard about like New Zealand and like Australia. I was like 7 when I first started reading penguins.
Well, come down there. There's plenty of penguins down there too. You see them down there, South Island.
That's why I want to go visit.
Yes.
There.
Okay, I haven't seen a penguin yet, but yeah. Thank you. We'll come visit, yes. Any other questions? I can go home now.
Yeah, hello. Right over front row.
Sorry.
No, not a problem. First of all, hi again. Love Boba Fett, portable high ground, good stuff. So my question, I know it's been like a solid 20 years between playing Jango Fett and then playing Boba Fett. I was just kind of wondering, like, what was your process like as an actor, like trying to put yourself in the mindset of the child of kind of the same person, like as a clone? Like how did that work for you?
Very good question. My first process is ask what time is lunch. Once I find out that, then I try and figure out what I'm going to do. Normally in a hurry, because they're waiting for me. I didn't worry too much about it. I let people like you worry all about that. And I just get the gears on. That empowers me. Of course there's a script, so they tell us what to say. And then there's a director who's got a vision. And so you work with them. Sometimes I have some bright ideas and bring some bright words and make up my own dialogue. And they go, that's great, yes, let's do that. And then they do, and then you finally see the cut, and they've cut your bits out and still kept their bits in. So that's how it normally works, but they make you feel good. Yeah, but I was thinking about all of that. I said, geez, if I start thinking about what's the difference between Boba and Jango, I'll just drive myself nuts. So I didn't do too much tormenting myself. I just decided to have a great time, and I wanted to be better. That was the other thing. I thought I had too much fun as Jango Fett. I wanted to bring a little bit of venom, a little bit more. Well, I think Boba grew up with a bit of a chip on his shoulder, leaving his father, and that poor scene of Daniel with my helmet. When he's like this. And then Boba so kind of grew up a little bit tougher, got thrown into that pit. But the beauty of it was, I think I was fortunate in the way that we didn't see too much of Boba Fett. Besides, put Solo in the cargo hold, and then that was about it. So we had all that space to fill in, the nurturing by the Tuscans, and I think it was quite a journey for them. Some parts I really enjoyed. Some other parts I must say I was like, what the hell was going on here? I thought I was a bad bounty hunter. What am I doing beaten up here? But anyway, I'm not the writer. I stick to the script. Myself and Ming Na said, let's work hard. Let's work hard, because we shot the whole show right through that COVID. So we had to clear the studio out for every 2 hours and get some fresh air going. So it really cut into the production time. But we brought it in on time, and we had a lot of fun. And I behaved myself in the hope that they'd call me back and maybe do another one day. But I don't know about that just yet. There's been a lot of changes. Michael, you okay there?
I am fabulous.
Okay, very good, very good. Just checking, making sure you're not falling asleep while I'm talking to these people.
No.
Thank you for your very deep question. No more questions from this guy. They're too difficult.
Actually, we're on this side.
Well, let's go this side.
Yes, please.
First of all, I just want to say you're amazing as Boba, Django, and it was also nice to see you as Captain Rex in Ahsoka. So I was really happy to see you there for that. My question is, have you ever met the person who voices the clones in like the Clone Wars, D. Bradley Baker?
I haven't. I have not been. I don't even watch that one too. People ask me questions about all that stuff too. That's all the animated stuff. But no. He kind of sounds a bit like me though. That was a Dave Filoni show too. I keep annoying him and say, hey, why didn't you get me to voice all that stuff? You're too expensive, Tim. You're too expensive. Oh. Well, I'm sure we could come to an arrangement, But anyway, I'm just grateful that I was Django Fett, and really grateful that they brought me back. And I really had a great time making the Book of Boba Fett. It was just not every day you get your own series, the Book of Boba. So I still get a buzz. Just with that alone. So I'm here because of that mainly. A lot of you people are Star Wars fans, but I notice you guys know all the movies. There's a lot of you guys that have seen me in some other movies. I had a thing, The Island of Dr. Moreau today. And I've forgotten about that movie. The Island of Dr. Moreau. I think half of you've forgotten about it too, Bills. But I got to work with Marlon Brando. How about that, Michael? And Brando even took me back to his bus, and we had a bit of a chat, and we ate some peanuts. And man, because I did this movie a long time ago called Once Were Warriors, a New Zealand kind of independent art house film. And we based a lot of that movie, or our model movie, I don't know what I mean, but I'm just saying, we had a model movie to follow, and that was Streetcar Named Desire. And Marlon Brando played Stanley Kowalski. So we based that was our model movie. So I watched that over and over and over again, because I'm the guy now yelling out, Stella! Stella! At the end of the movie. We had similar stuff going on. So for me to meet Brando, all of us, years later, was just so good. Then another great thing happened was I got to work on the Dr. Moreau set, and his PA said, Tim, we watched your movie last night, Once Were Warriors. And Marlon sat down and watched it as well. So he really enjoyed it. And then he came in to the set, and then as we said, I saw your movie. Very good work. I thought I was watching a documentary. It was so real. That's what he said, Michael. I thought I was watching a documentary. It was so real. And for me, I was just buzzing out. Plus, I didn't want to tell him the whole story, how I'd been watching him over again, but that was like one hell of a compliment for me. So, and then I did other movies. My first Hollywood movie was Barbed Wire with Pamela Anderson. Yep, you saw it? Thank you, buddy. That makes two of us. Oh, you got the poster? Well, this was like a Casablanca to me. Why are you laughing? Wasn't it like Casablanca to you? Well, it was to me. And she was Ingrid Bergman, and I was Humphrey Bogart. You know all those old movies? Some of these people might be too mature too young to have seen all those old movies. But anyway, Barbed Wire. Then I went to after Barbed Wire. What happened? Then I think I went to Speed 2 after that, Sandra Bullock. We were on a cruise ship, and I crashed the ship into an island called Saint Martin. You think I could have stuck a banana in the exhaust pipe or something, but anyway, that's another movie. I was really enjoyed it. I got to work with Sandra Bullock, and she was such a beautiful, she still is beautiful, but very funny, bubbly personality, a lot of fun. And then I did 6 days, 7 nights not long after that. But going to the pirate ship just wasn't the same as my Speed 2 cruise ship. It was a bit luxurious. I think I got spoiled on that cruise ship. And then I did a movie in Hawaii with Harrison Ford, and he was a very nice man too. So that's what I do. I learn from all the other actors I work with, and I used to ask Harrison Ford, Harrison, what do we do here? What do we do here? And he'd give me a little bit of advice, because sometimes I felt a bit silly holding a gun, and I'm looking at Han Solo, and I got a gun on him. So I said, hey, how would you do this? So I give him my gun, and he goes, yeah, just do it like this, do it like this. And then I said, what are you doing here, Harrison? And Harrison liked to do a lot of versions. He said, this is what you do. You do a few versions, so it's not the same. So they can sort out the best one in editing. So, he'll get into shot. And then and then he said, yeah, and I put all my energy right there. That's what he used to say, Harrison Ford. He put it in. So you look at his close-ups. He's got all his energy is focused right on that forehead part there. So next movie I'm doing, I'm trying to do my Harrison best. Sometimes it works. Sometimes you gotta find your own way. Yeah, find your own way through. But anyway, I learn of all these actors, and that's what's made me a little bit better, Michael. So I remain open. What else can I talk about? Are you fellas all right?
You work with a couple different directors.
Huh?
Is there a certain style of director that you really like to work with?
Directors?
Yeah.
Well, they've all been great. I love my directors. You know why I love them? Because they gave me the job. The director hires you. The director looks at all the tapes, all the talent that comes in. So I always feel like I owe them, because they've given me an opportunity. So I love all my directors. I know one just stands out. I've worked with some old-time directors. A guy called John Frankenheimer. He's old school. He was an interesting chap. Some of the DOPs also that you get to work with are amazing people, because you work closely with the camera and the lighting people. All the directors on Book of Boba were just fantastic as well. They directors should just set a nice stage for you and make you comfortable. And even if your performance isn't that up to scratch, they don't really say that was terrible. Can you do it again and try and do some better acting? They can't really say that. It's a bit offensive, I guess, to the actor. So they try and just say, that was great, but let's do another one, okay? And maybe say it a little like this, or let's push that bit like that. And sometimes we try to color your performance, a little tonal change or something. So I've worked with a lot of directors. I'm trying to think of one of the ones. Of course, the Once We're Warriors guy called Lee Tamahori. Very good, very good. He's the one that made that movie Once We're Warriors, and that movie was the one that got me noticed. So I must pay respect to him. And of course, on Chief of War, we're working with a lot of directors. There was a great young Asian guy who had the same agent as me. Justin was his name. He made Pachinko and all those kinds of things. So yeah, he was cool. Anyway, how's our time doing? I'm sure these fellas have had enough. Okay, how you doing, my friend? You got a question over here?
We got time for about 5-10 more minutes.
I was going to sing one more song just to figure out. I might need my mic stand back.
I'm on it.
Yes, sir.
So you mentioned Robert Rodriguez,
Yes.
who made one of the most awesome episodes in the series, where the fat man grabbed a gaffer stick and had one of the coolest fight scenes. How was it shooting that scene and do all the fight choreography with the gaffer stick?
Yeah, well, fortunately, I could wield my traditional weapon, which we call a taiaha, similar to a staff, wooden staff. So I was able to bring a bit of that from my culture into the gaffe stick. The gaffe stick is actually based on a Fijian, Totokia is his name. But yeah, working with Robert was great too. Working with Robert. And even in some of the Book of Boba Fett stuff, he kind of just let me do my own stuff, and then he'd kind of refine it. He can do everything, Robert. He can edit. Because he wrote a great book about how he got into the industry and made a movie just with $7,000, I think, mariachi, which got him noticed at a film festival. So he's one of those kind of guys. He's got a number of children now, and they're all in the business in different areas as well. But Robert's such a cool dude as well. Just, when you hang out with Robert, you feel like you're with a Van Halen or those Axl or some of these gun lead guitarists. He's just one of those cool musos, a very good technician, and he knows a lot about all the different areas of the business too. So a couple of times he let me do my own fight scene. I don't know if you remember episode 2 when I go into the bar. And there's those bikies in there disturbing the peace and beating everyone up. Then I go in there and beat them all up. So I did most of that choreography for that fight scene, bar that last throwing through the glass pane. So that's one of my favorite episodes, by the way, just because I got involved in the fight choreography. So that was good. I'm going to sing one more song. Can I have that guitar again? And that'll take us up to our time. Michael, what do you think? Is that okay? Let me think of one more song. Okay, I need a new pick because I broke the last one. I'll try not to break this pick. Okay, buddy, I need your special help again.
I want it.
Okay. This is, come right over here so I can sit on the edge.
All right, you got it.
Hey, where are you guys going? I haven't finished yet.
Hey, come back here. Where are they going? Everyone, come on.
Okay.
Just one song. Have a seat right now. Nope, they're coming back. No boss.
They're going to catch the bus. Day after day, I'm more confused. Yet I look for the light through the pouring rain. You know that it's again that I hate to lose. I'm feeling the strain. Ain't it a shame? Oh, give me the beat, boys, to free my soul. Gonna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys, to free my soul. Gonna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. When my mind is free, you know melody can move me. When I'm feeling blue, the guitar's coming through to soothe me. Thanks for the joy that you've given me. I want you to know I believe in your song, a rhythm and rhyme and harmony. You've helped me along, making me strong. Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. Wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Everybody, oh yeah. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. Wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Oh yeah, one more time now. Everybody there. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. Wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. I love you. Thank you.
Oh, you can do better than that. What a show. What an amazing Temuera. Love this guy. Absolutely fabulous.
Thank you, Michael. Thank Tango, come to New Zealand.
What a way to end the day! Oh my God, that was awesome. Make sure and go to his table.